I want you to hit your palm, the one that you always hit that first.
We doing that thing when I bring you in.
Right. You're gonna hit the clap or whatever. He gonna hit a form, and then I'm gonna do the intro after he hit his form. Which one you want me to start with?
So you want me to hit the clap and then he'll do his poem?
Yeah,
or you gonna bring him in? Are you gonna bring him in?
No, you hit your claps, and then I want him to go ahead and hit the form. Yeah.
Then hit the intro.
And then after he done with the form, I'm gonna come in right out.
And then after that,
and shoot it back to you. We hit it. Yes, sir. The one that you say when you was coming in, that you heard, the homies shouting at you. Say when you was coming in, they was shouting a poem at you, and you remembered it. You wrote it in your book. That's the one.
The intro to the book?
I guess so. I think so.
That's the intro to the book. It's like Live Little Homie.
Yeah. That's the one I wanted you to
all right, ready?
Yes, sir.
Dear little homie, as I sit in the confines of this place called hell, my iron bunk and barred windows that constantly remind me I'm caged, and barbed wire that constantly reminds me that it's sharper than my rage. So instead of acting the fool, I just release on this page to pass on the pain in mental form only, because I never want you to experience the true meaning of being lonely and to face cruel facts like your best friends could turn rat to keep the odds stacked and give lies as facts. Can't say it's racism because even rats are black. Shake your hand, kiss your cheek, and even pat your back. Friends is watered down, so relax and kick back, because these are words from your big homie. Harsh, cruel facts from the abyss of hell. It's right where you at.
What it is and what it was, DF-Dub. That was a poem from my boy Raheem, and that's the words he heard as he was stepping into the prison yard for the first time. Today, we're going to talk about it on Brother to Brother. Assuming you're rooting for everybody is black. WI Radio fam, Instagram fam, YouTube, all. What's going on with you? It's your favorite on-air personality, M to the A-double-N, man. And I'm here with my boy T. Jones, as usual. And today, we have a special guest. So it's brother to brother to brother today. T. Jones, how you been, my brother?
I'm alive. I'm just trying to not bake to death in this damn heat, bro.
I can dig it. And I want my guest to introduce himself, man. I met this man about a year ago, and it's actually crazy because I met him through his wife. She was posting pictures about shirts she made online, and Rod was actually modeling one of the shirts. And I asked about him actually because he looked like one of the homies I know.
Right.
And she was like, "Nah, that's my husband or whatnot." Anyways, it just transpired to where I met the man. He did some work for me, made me a couple shirts, couple sun hair and everything, and man, I just fell in love with the man because he about the stuff that we about. You know what I'm saying? He about his people, and he about empowering blacks. But what interested me about Mr. Rod here, he had a story that I couldn't speak to. So I like to bring in people that have perspectives that I can't shed no perspective on. So Mr. Rod, please introduce yourself and tell the people what you about and whatever you want us to know, man.
I'm Raheem, man. I'm from Wellington, from right here. I'm from the north side. I got locked up at 17, and that was just by being misguided. You know what I mean? That was just me doing what I want to do, running, you know, our normal. Mm-hmm. So what really helped me during that time, bro, is like, you got to realize that just because it's normal don't mean it's right.
Indeed.
You know, so that's what got me on that road of coming out, because prison was just a destination of something physical, because I've already been in prison. Mm-hmm. I've been in prison all my life. I've been in prison, you know. So that's whatever's inside of you is gonna come into that fruition. So me going into a physical prison was nothing but what I've already been into mental.
So what you telling me right now, is this the same perspective you had at 17, or is this something you came about
Self-reflection.
later on in
Yeah,
life?
when you look back, because being in the prison became my university. You know what I'm saying? So when I can look back at things and say, okay, yeah, I look back and now I see what it was over here, and these are the missing pieces. So boom, there you go. But 17, no, that wasn't my perspective because I never even had my own glasses. I had my mother's glasses, my father's glasses, the neighborhood glasses, and whoever was around me that kind of just grabbed my attention. I had everybody else's glasses on and never really took the time to go to the doctor and get my own.
So that leads me into the first question that I have for you. And question number one is, well, actually, before I ask the question, I want to give some backstory to it. Well, I feel like every crime that's committed has a motivation behind it.
Correct.
And I feel like some crimes we do because we have to do. You dig me? Like when I was a young cat growing up, I used to go to the dollar store and steal because me and my sisters didn't have no food to eat. We had to eat something. So me being the oldest, me being the boy, I'm finna go to wherever I need to go and provide for my family. I was stealing. That was the crime. So my question to you is, what do you think the motivation was for your crime that you committed at 17 years old?
Survival.
Straight like that.
It's the same thing.
Straight like
It's a
that.
survival mentality. See, I already had the necessities. My mother and them already covered that. You know what I mean? But it's survival of who am I? And that's an identity issue. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, you had to steal. I feel like we don't have to do anything. You know, we only feel we have to when we run out of choices.
Exactly.
So since we don't have a lot of different opportunities that present other things, our normal becomes, well, this is what I got to do to survive. And so since you in that survival state of mind, all you do is think about surviving. Surviving, when you drowning, you don't care who snatched you out the water.
Straight up.
You know, as long as you getting out the water. So any type of outlet we can find that's going to just get us out of that hump, we're going to grab onto it. Whether it be gangs, drugs, women, whatever it was, you're going to grab it and you're going to get out of it because you're trying to breathe.
Okay. So being there in that environment for so long, how long did you do?
12 years.
12 years. That's a long ass time, man. Just think about that. That's from being 18 to 30 years old. That's how long that is, to put it in perspective. So to be there for that long, did you feel like you developed like a animosity towards authority? Or did you feel like police, just fuck the police?
Nah.
No.
I didn't
How
feel like
did you
that.
avoid that trap that so many other people fall down into?
One is I take ownership for everything I do.
Straight up.
You know, we say we leaders and we this and we that, but you still blaming. You can't be a leader and be a blamer at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So that was the number one thing. It was I put myself here. And since I put myself here, it's either I'm gonna participate in this life or I'm gonna do what everybody wants. Or I'm gonna take advantage of what everybody wants. And everybody wants time. So I got 19 years. So I got time.
Man, the man said he had 19 years and did 12, bro. 12. That's a long time. So when you went in, did you have like a family support system before?
I had my family. My family was cool. We still cool, but it's the same thing. It's like if you went in and you was stealing because of what?
I had to feed my family.
Because you had to. So what makes you think that when you go away now they got money to send you like that? You know what I mean?
Actually, it costs money to be like that.
Correct. You're a liability now.
Yeah.
Like, come on, you
Yeah.
just seen your mama struggling with this, and that, and now you need $100 every month.
And your life is in danger on the daily. You know what I'm talking about?
If
On the daily.
You know
what I'm saying? It can be.
it can.
Yeah.
Because if you bring the same thing out here in survival mode,
Yeah.
then that's what you're going to find.
I can dig it.
Oh, wow.
So last night I was doing a little research for our interview or whatever, and I came across this fact that blew my mind. T. Jones, do you not know?
Here we go.
These people said 1 out of 3 black males born in 2001 and after can expect to go to prison.
Can expect.
Can expect to
Correct.
go to prison at some point in their life. 1 out of 3.
That's
It's 4 of us in here right now. You dig?
That means one of us is gone.
I already did mine.
Hey, he looked at me. He said, "I already did mine."
Straight up, 1 out of 3.
Hey,
That's
I'm
a
gonna tell you
scary
something.
fact, bro.
My brother-in-law been locked up for 20.
Whew.
He said, I promise you this. He said, I'll never come back to this month, ever.
Hmm.
He said, anybody want to come back? This is crazy. You know what I'm talking about? He was like, I went in at 17. He said, my mindset was totally different. Maybe I should be in there. He said, what the hell was I thinking? He said, I lost half my life behind bars. And he says, y'all out there in the world, he always says the world. He said, because we got our world, y'all got y'all world. That's how he addressed it. He's like, I'll never come back. Because he's up for parole this year.
After 20 years.
Dog.
You know how much stuff
He
has
did 12,
changed
bro.
from
This dude did
2000
20.
to 2020?
Look how much stuff changes in 1 year.
God.
I got a Nokia phone hanging on my walls in my office.
Bro,
I got
locked up.
I send him like books and stuff. He be like, "What the hell is that?" I said, "That's the new so-and-so phone." He be like, "What the?" He bugging out like, "Damn, that's a phone." I'm like, "Yeah, like crazy, man. Like it's all new. They have the tech, like they have the stuff to keep up with what's going on." But he's like, "Bro, I haven't had a home cooked meal over 20 plus years."
Dude, the government spends $94.50 to $102 per day to house an inmate, right?
Yeah,
It don't sound like a lot of money, but when you calculate how many inmates is in there,
Why do you think so many paroles get denied? This is a business. They make a lot
It's
of
crazy.
money, man. The private prisons is a $1 billion industry.
it calculates to about $34,500 a year per inmate, right?
Yeah.
So I just got curious. I was like,
Get the
okay,
math on it.
that's how much y'all spending on inmates. How much are we spending to house public education? For one person, it's $11,762 a year for public education. Now you can send an inmate to jail for $34,500 a year, or you can send them for school for $11,000. I can send one person to jail, or I can send 3 of y'all to school. That's the decision. That's where we at today.
That's crazy.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. So back to my man, Rob. How do you feel prison life affected you as a grown man, coming from an adolescent teenager to a grown man? How do you feel like that affected your thinking and the way that you move and the way you interact with people, good and bad?
The good side is, the way it affected me good is, I don't have the same panic buttons everybody has. You see, because my rock bottom is different than other people's rock bottom. So therefore, when I'm on rock bottom, your rock bottom might be you can't pay your phone bill this month, and that ain't really my rock bottom. So that ain't gonna make me panic. Also, I don't have to talk to people. Like I've been in seclusion for so long, for so many periods of time, that I don't have to have that person to talk to all the time. I don't have to be distracted with noise. I don't have to be distracted with fake friends. I don't have to be distracted with none of those things. So all that benefited me because I learned how to look at Raheem feelings, look at what I'm feeling like. When I, as brothers to brothers, really learn to identify emotions. So when I'm mad, I'm not mad. Like we in visitation or something, oh, what's up, homie? You, man, I'm pissed off. I ain't getting no visit. No, you not, my nigga. You not. You sad. You feeling alone right now. You feeling abandoned right now. You feeling hopeless, my nigga. But all you doing is spitting anger. You become a master at anger, and so therefore that's all you kicking. So me, I've been able to just properly identify my emotions and been able to say exactly what I feel like whenever I feel like that. That's a plus side for me. The flip side is I might have a zero tolerance level for a lot of dumb shit. Like I don't want to be around it. I don't like people talking to me. If you're not gonna be about what you're talking about, don't talk to me. I don't want to hear a bunch of great ideas if we just keep talking about ideas. So if we got a platform that's made and you still talking about idea, I don't want to hear it because we have a table and you still talking about the food you cooking. Who cares? Bring it to the table.
That's not, to me, I think that that's how the world should be though.
Correct. I feel
And
everybody
it
should go to
shouldn't
prison.
come from going through what you went through, but that's his story though, you dig? I think just like him, I don't like people to bitch about something. I said, well, did you come up with a solution? Nah, but it's not bitching about it.
I got this problem, this problem, this problem.
Don't come to me with all those problems because unless we're gonna fix them, then what are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? Time is money and it's valuable. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing that I'm glad to hear that there was a positive spin on that. You coming out of it though. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're young, I've done some of the dumbest shit that could have landed me in prison. I just didn't get caught.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Straight
So,
up.
you know, it's not about being perfect. Well, no, we all do dumb shit. You know what I'm talking about? Or you may be in the wrong place, wrong time. Or
But
run
see,
with the wrong
here's the difference. We can do the same shit as other people,
Mhm.
but we get convicted
Bro,
for longer
you
sentences
know the story.
and more often.
Yeah.
You dig me?
Yeah.
And that's where the racial aspect comes
Oh, of
into
course,
play.
Of course.
So dig these blues. So black people only make up 12% of America. That's all we make up, 12%, right? But you got you got states like Maryland
Mhm.
where we make up 72%
There you go.
of the prison population.
Uh-huh.
How can somebody, you got 100 people, right? Only 13 of them are black. But out of them, you put 72 of them in jail and they all black.
Yep.
How does that work? Like, the math ain't adding up, bro.
We good for business.
I can't understand it. It's just going over my head. How can 13% of the population make up 72% of your jail population? Are you literally locking up every black person you see?
Kill them.
Boy, like I say, like, shoot, I know the numbers is high and outrageously different, but what position are you putting yourself in? Like, that be the thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, they locking us up in the court system unfair. Damn, the court system being unfair. What are you doing to stay out the court system?
Sandra Bland didn't do a damn thing.
But everybody ain't Sandra Bland. Majority of our times right now,
I did what he's saying.
we got so many people that bring so much attention to themselves dumb.
I got plenty of homeboys that ain't never been to county. They ain't never been to jail. So he's right though. What are you doing to attract that kind of attention? Now sometimes that shit is brought to us, like we get pulled over some shit. But other than that, what are you doing outside of that to put yourself in that position to be in somebody's court?
I can dig
Nigga,
that.
I've been in court for speeding tickets and shit. That's about it though. You know what I'm saying? But some of my best friends have been locked up. I chose not to go the path they went. I'm like, now that all sounds smart to me, bro. I'm not doing that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, don't be a bitch. I'll be a bitch, but I'll be a free one.
You know what I'm saying?
Ain't nobody telling you $5.99. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, that was your first offense, Raheem. You got 19 years. They could have gave me nothing. They could have gave me 99. It would have been my fault. You see what I'm saying? We don't learn the law, and therefore we go about doing things, and then we get mad when the law is implemented, and it's based on their personal preference. That's the rule. It's up to them. So if you put yourself in a position to be in the asshole's path, guess what? The guard ain't doing nothing to me but be an asshole. Why are they acting like that? It's a guard. He's an asshole.
But
He been an asshole. Why are you here? Correct. What?
Okay, I got y'all on that point. I got y'all.
You gotta hold
Don't
yourself
put
accountable.
yourself in the position.
Yeah.
I can dig it. But some of us do get caught up in situations, you know. Say, okay, I'm gonna give you a scenario. A man whooping your sister ass. You go over
There you
there
go.
to defend your sister.
Right.
You dig me?
Yeah.
Laws come, they lock you up.
Yeah.
Why is it that you get longer than the white man got that did the same exact thing? Right? You shouldn't have put yourself in that position, but you doing what a big brother's supposed to do. Defend your sister.
But the justice system was never set up for us.
Indeed.
So
Indeed. We know that for sure.
Look, I guess I'm going to jail. I'm going to jail. You know what I'm talking
But you got on the flip side, here it is. Why is my sister in this relationship? You see, we come
How many
to.
times they not told us on purpose, and then later on it comes out.
You see what I'm saying? I got 3 sisters.
Me too.
You know what I'm
Me
saying?
too.
So they know that, hey man, if I call my brother, you're calling me because you've already tried to get out of it. You know what I mean? Then you can't. But I could be the hothead brother that, I'm calling my brother. Guess what I'm coming? Stacy. Here comes Stacy. You feel me? And guess what happens? They right back with him, and you the one looking dumb.
Yeah.
So that comes back to us. Hey, what's more important to me? Now that goes back to self-love. I love me enough not to put myself in this situation, and you should love yourself enough to have standards that say, I'm not going to be in this type of relationship. You see what I'm saying? And that one, look, I got a poem that'll go with that right there. Alright, it's called Contradiction. It say, yo, I'll never let a dude disrespect my mother, sister, granny, lover, daughter. F you trick cold words fit to another brother's sister, mother, granny, lover, daughter. Contradiction, no conviction, explicit wordplay. Never stop to do what verbs say. But gunplay, bird play, trap day, the trap's laid. Blind eyes, misguided, uneducated, barbaric, animalistic. What's up, dog? Lost in the fog. Blue, red, another brother dead, another wall broke, a barrier breached, another fam with no protection. Grave spinners, eyes red like demons, walking zombies, still breathing. What's your purpose, your reason? Why commit treason? Cause disrespect is disrespect. Your mother, sister, granny, lover, someone loves us, so why disrespect? Right now, I bet Cat saying, oh, listen to Captain Save a hoe, but she ain't always been a hoe. Someone showed her the rope. She's still someone's mother, daughter, sister, granny. Someone loves her, so why shun her? Run her, nun her, teach her worth. Don't just fund her. She's lacking, heart cracking, tear-stained pillows, unholy hands she still feels, even while she's sleeping. Cause it started when she was sleeping. Someone she loved was creeping, peeping, misleading, or maybe you're the reason, cause the way you taught her to twerk, and that no guy's a jerk, and if she wants to get ahead in life, then smile and flirt, and when around ballers, make sure she wears a tight skirt. All this before 10, she made you laugh when she threw that ass in a circle and dropped it low. Your heart beamed with pride, but your heart broke when she came in with her first black eye and said, Jason just got mad, sorta reminded me of Dad, but I know he loves me, so it's not all that bad, cause Dad loves you. And he blacked your eye a time or two, and you always stay true. I know you say do what I say and not what I do. Contradictions, confusing, lost for no reason till their reason is you. You said be happy, I'm happy. Sometimes we gotta go through the coldest winter ever, so I'ma be a sister soldier, like you, like you.
Straight up contradiction. Now you see why I mess with this brother.
That's a whole pattern that goes on every day.
Correct.
Every single day. That what he just said happens.
I could break that down and we could go on and on. That could be a whole subject right there on its own. You know what I'm saying? The black man stepping in to defend. But anyway.
Man, question. Did you hone your poetry skills in prison, or you were already prior to that? You were already kind of doing it, or?
Yeah, pretty much. I used to write my mama Mother's Day poem
Gotcha.
when I was young.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? But that's always been my form of expression. It's just writing stuff down.
Writing stuff down.
Yeah. Then when the guards come in and always taking my notebooks, then it was like, okay, I'm gonna memorize my stuff.
You got outsmart.
Then when we sitting down with my partners and we having freestyle Fridays and we kicking it, I'm gonna kick my stuff now. You see, so now it's locked in, it becomes me.
So you was just speaking about the guards and how they take your stuff and whatnot. I was wondering, question number 3, do you think that the prison system actually works? Does it work for rehabilitation, which is supposed to be?
No, rehabilitation is a privilege. The prison system works because you signed and says, I'm going to be away for this amount of time. That's it. That's the prison system. Paying your debt to society says, I'm going to be locked up in this cell for these many years, and that's it. It's not a promise of watching TV. It's not a promise of going to school. It's not a promise of going. All those are privileges. That is all psychological warfare to make you feel that we're going to lighten up your time if you can benefit us. You see what I'm saying? So, in the question you said, does prison work? Yes, because you're incarcerated. That's his job. Rehabilitation, that's on the person.
It's 2 different things.
Correct.
I can dig it. Now, what he was talking about, prison system working, if you look at these numbers, oh yeah, as far as a business, the prison system is working. Let me see here. In 2018, right? No, I'm sorry, 2015. 2 companies own the majority of the shares for private prisons, right? CoreCivic and GEO Group. They manage more than 50% of the private contracts, and they combine for a revenue of $3.5 billion with a B. $1 billion per year. This is by locking us up. And I say us because the majority of people in there look like me, you, and him. So, my next question is, what do you want to see as far as prison reform? Like, that's a big thing today. A lot of people are trying to get prison reformed as far as sentences and the conditions, all that. What would you like to see seeing?
What I like to see is exactly what I do. I have a nonprofit called Growing for Success Youth Empowerment Program, and a branch of that is called Prison to Power, and it's about developing that mindset, you know, and that's the reform you're gonna have to get. You're gonna have to be able to go back inside yourself and break down everything to why you believe the way you believe, to why you even think the way you think, to why you even like the food, because you like it. Like I like chocolate cake, right? Why do I like chocolate cake? It ain't about chocolate cake. It's about my grandma, my mother. That's a familiar person that I hold a memory to that chocolate cake. So I can eat any cake. You know, I just like that memory of them people. So those things like that, that's how you challenge that belief system. Then you start to figure out, well, what do I believe? What do I believe about me? Who am I really? Because I know who Raheem, but that's a name. But what makes him up? Those are the things that you want to use. You got to be able to flip the tantrum on it. You got to have a paradigm shift. People shouldn't be afraid to go to prison because you're only going to manifest what you are. Right? You've been in that kamikaze state, so therefore that's what you get. Now when you get to rebirth yourself, prison became my university. So why? Because I got access to the library. I got access to mail. Do I want to spend my money on commissary or mailing classes? You see what I'm saying? Correspondence courses. Which one do I want to spend my money on? It's not my money. Somebody giving it to me. So it depends on what you want to do with your time. Because now in prison, I got what y'all want. I got time. While you trying to do what you trying to do, say you trying to start a business. You ain't got time to sit up and learn the mechanics. That's why people going to business school. But I got time to sit here and work out, read business books, do the tests, mail them in, and just keep learning. I ain't got no bills. I ain't got no distractions. I ain't got too many drugs unless I want them. You see what I'm saying? Everything I got is completely naked. It's the way the world was created. Straight blackness, straight nothing. And in that place of nothingness and blackness, you become God. Or you become a slave. God created. I created.
So as far as reforming us, like making us better when we come out, how could the government or whoever, the powers that be, help us as black men get back on our feet? Because most of us, when we get out, it's like a restriction on it. You can't go rent your own house. In certain places you can stay. You can't vote. You can't buy a weapon. I mean, how can we get around all that after we done paid our debt to society?
Like you said, pay the debt. It should be a clean slate.
Correct.
Right. I just now saw that they're trying to do legislation to where felons can vote now. That just happened last year. Why the hell can't I vote because I committed a crime? That has nothing to do with nothing.
Did your time. Did all your time.
I don't
Like
understand.
you said, you signed the contract, right? You committed to it. I'm like, if I'm a free agent, it's a clean slate, right? I can go sign with the team I want. Well, I did my time. Why am I not a part of society again? Why is there stipulations?
Because you on parole. Or you're on a monitor. Or you see what I'm saying?
What if you come out and you straight like that? You good. You did your time. You ain't on nothing. Still, though, you still can't vote. Because they're gonna ask you if you're a felon. If you lie about it, it's gonna catch up to you. So you're gonna work for a little bit.
But the answer, like the questions, see, we gotta learn to answer the question. You see what I'm saying? Like we don't answer the question. They say, "Have you been convicted of a felony in the last 7 years?" Right? That was the question on all my job applications when I first came home. So what do you think my answer was?
No.
I'm in prison.
Correct. I haven't committed nothing. But I ain't gonna tell you that because you didn't ask me that.
I answered the question.
You said, have you been locked up in 7 years? No, I haven't committed any felonies in 7 years.
Straight like that.
I've been paying
Straight like
I've been
that.
doing time for the felony I did.
Straight like
Correct.
that.
And that was 12 years ago.
Correct.
Or
This
whatever.
happened in 2003. Sorry.
Oh, shit, it is what it is, though. You know? He didn't lie.
And then you got to realize the loopholes to the things. Like when I came home, they had me on the SISP, super intensive ankle monitor. I got to write a schedule every week, bro, to tell you where I'm gonna be at, how I'm moving, where I gotta find a job at. People can't. That overwhelms some people.
It does.
You know what I mean?
I'm getting mad thinking about it.
Because I'm like,
He said a week, not monthly.
yes,
Weekly, bro.
and you can't go anywhere outside of your schedule. So if you've been gone all this time, How do you know where you're gonna find a job at? You don't know, right? So
Wow.
That's hard.
it ain't hard.
No, that's
when
hard.
you can think.
But that's hard on somebody that got a fragile mind state.
Yeah.
Correct.
They like, you know what? I might as well just go my ass back here where I had, in their mind, more freedoms than I got out.
Correct.
See, if you got out and didn't have a support system, it was just you by yourself.
Yeah.
Where do you even start when you walk out of that jail? You know what I'm saying?
Just like the same way I did. Yeah, my family there, but they not. I still gotta do me. Cause guess what? They can't stop going to work to be like, oh, I'm gonna take you to these classes and do all this. No, you still you.
You gotta get around.
All I got is a place to stay.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? They see I got a place to stay. My sister bought me some shoes. Everybody told me they love me. But guess what? Bills still due. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, and that shit, the day you get out, that's when life starts right back up.
Correct.
And that's what I'm getting at. I'm trying to figure out, like, somebody who don't have no friends, no family, no nothing. You done did 10, 15 years in the joint. You come fresh out, right? They tell you can't go over here and rent a house here. You can't work over here because you previously convicted. So where the hell am I supposed to go? What am I supposed to do?
Supposed to do this. Create.
You know,
Because-
how do you know that if you've been in there for 15, 20 years? You
because
don't know nothing about the world.
You do know. Like when he said, my partner said, he can't wait to get to the world, right? You heard that phrase before too, right?
Yeah.
Me, any of my partners said that around me, I cut that off. What you mean you can't get to the world? We in the world, homie. I'm just in another part of the world. I'm still here. When I walk out on this backyard, I still see the sun. The sun is still beaming on me. The clouds are still on me. I'm not separate. So therefore, since you already separated yourself from the world, you place yourself in an inferior mindset. I'm not inferior to anyone. You see what I mean? Only because I'm not detached from nothing. So therefore, when I came out, I said, okay, these are stipulations. All right, cool. But since I've been preparing, this wasn't just I came out and started doing this. You're going to keep doing whatever you've been doing. I was teaching in there.
Okay.
I was having small groups in my bunk. You see what I'm saying? I was teaching in the school. I was helping cats get ready to go home before I came home. Because your mind isn't limited. Only your physical is.
That's it.
So when you can get out of that mindset and say, where do I start? You start with the plan. You start with the script. Don't come out here and jump in the matrix and do everything that goes against what you've been practicing. Then you're going to lose.
You'll be right back.
They said I couldn't go visit my mama. I couldn't visit my people. I couldn't do this. I couldn't go to the restaurant. So, and I got to be in at this time. So what did I do? Okay, let me go open a company. Let me go open a company. And I went and took some money and opened a company. Now when I put on the schedule, where are you going to be at? Well, I know from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. I'm scouting jobs. That's my job. Now I'm everywhere I wanted to go where you said I couldn't go. But by law, you said I have to work. So I created a company. Since no company going to hire me, I create my own company. And guess what? Now I work my own hours. That take me everywhere I want to go. What you doing at your mama's house? Oh, the fence. What you doing over here at this restaurant? Oh, interviewing. Oh, man, can't do anything. Why you at Six Flags, sir?
Hey,
we on a field trip.
Loophole heaven, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see what he just did, bro?
Yeah, straight up.
He took the bullshit that they put against him
And use
made
it
it work
for
for
your
him.
advantage.
That's cold.
But that's what we got to do in every
That's
situation
cold.
when it comes to us.
That's cold.
When it comes to us. Okay, so I mean, this whole conversation is blowing my mind because it's just stuff I didn't realize. Like, you've been out. You said you did 12, right?
Mhm.
And you still, even after that, you still had to tell these people every part of your life.
Yeah.
For how long?
So I get off parole 2022.
Oh
Nigga
my
still
God! This is.
Jesus.
Oh my God!
That's cold, man.
Okay, now watch this. He did 12 years. The woman that went in and killed Botham John, she got 10 piece, right? I told you, when I went to jail for a little couple days, whatever, I spoke to a man, he got 70 years for selling dope in the school zone. How can one person get 70 years for selling dope, another person get 10 years for killing somebody? This is the justice system that we are involved in.
Correct. It's an imbalanced justice system. But once again, it goes back to why is he selling dope in the school zone?
Why are you selling dope?
Why is he selling dope?
Shit.
Right?
Hey, go back. Why is he selling dope? Why were you stealing candy?
Why? Survival.
He was just trying to make it, right? Maybe he couldn't get a job, so he felt like
These are my
This is
only
it.
options.
But I know the consequences of my acts, and you must have signed off on that because you was doing it and you got caught, and now you're doing your time. There was consequences for those actions.
Correct. Like you ever got a whooping?
Hell yeah.
You ask your mama, why you hit me everywhere, right?
It's available, guys.
Well, because you can't tell the oppressor how to oppress you, my nigga. You see what I'm saying? If you put yourself in the position to be oppressed, whatever, it's free game.
It's free game. And guess
Come on.
what? That game was free as shit.
That's a mother.
Hands swollen.
That's
I'm
a
trying to do all this.
Yeah.
Hands broke. But you know what though? Those ass whoopings last me a few months. I stretched mine out.
I stretched mine
That
out.
shit hurt. And it hurt bad.
I
And I'm
stretched
gonna be
mine
good for the
out.
next few months. But you know what? I'm getting back into some shit.
Mm-hmm.
I know these consequences. I know how that goddamn belt loop sound when I know how that buckle sound when she coming.
Mm-hmm.
Now I got my ass tore up all the time.
Yes.
See,
Why did I keep getting my ass tore up?
Because-
I kept doing the same.
Because you found a better way to try to get away from the whooping.
not stopping the match.
Yeah.
Let me just be more clever.
Yeah.
at doing the match.
And I'm just gonna get a whooping this
That
time.
kind of shit will land your ass in jail.
That sounds like us trying to cheat.
And you know what? So no more email. No more. I'm gonna use Telegram.
Yeah.
Just stop cheating.
We ain't gonna stop cheating. We just gonna
Or
try to figure out
I'm gonna
another
have
way.
Uber bring her so there's no car parked out.
Oh God.
So when she go to Uber, just stop, right?
Man, she
Just
tripping.
quit.
Why? Let's go back to the why. You see what I
Bro,
mean?
for every action,
There's a why.
and there's a reaction.
Mm-hmm.
She's tripping. Why is she tripping, bro? Oh, because you said this, and you didn't like her response to what you said to her. So she's in the wrong for reacting the way she did. There's your argument right there, though. You know what I'm talking about? Shit.
Right now, we got the person who wrote the crime bill running for office. How do you feel about Joe Biden being the president after he done caused so many black men to be locked up with that bill that he wrote in the 3 strikes law or whatever?
Shit. To me, it's gonna always go back to the same thing. If you know you got 3 strikes, nigga, why you still swinging?
You got shit too.
That's the thing. Like, you know you're not a good batter, bro. Go sit down, save your outs, my nigga.
So it don't bother you that the man that wrote this bill
Bro,
is
that's-
locking us all
You
up.
ain't locking me up. I'm right here.
But look here, though. Is that not business of America? That's how America works, baby. The people that lock you up, they're more criminal than you.
That's damn sure.
But they
right.
got a different kind
That's
of
damn
ability.
sure right.
Hey, they know how to write it because they crooks on a higher level.
It's a big difference in
Yeah.
white collar crimes and blue collar crimes, baby.
Let me tell you
The
something,
white
bro.
collars, they result in millions of dollars.
Man, you got
You dig me?
They got prisons right now that if you got the money, and there ain't too many niggas that's living like this, they got Netflix, PS4, like you can outfit
Yeah.
the cell. I'm telling dude got a satellite and a real shit in his prison.
Yeah.
In the prison.
Because, and guess what though? The prison is smart. I said, good ass, we can make more money. If you got the money, you can outfit your cell to how you want it.
And you can make
They
it,
kill
man. Prison is just like this out here. Before I started being on some teaching and elevating things, me and my partner making $3,000 a month cash
Yeah.
in prison,
Yeah.
selling cell phones,
Yeah.
weed, packs. Where that come from? Come from the guards. That come from the people that.
Somebody bringing it
So,
in.
come on, I ain't walk to the
And
store.
guess what? They get their kickback though. Because my brother-in-law said, bro, the guards, he said, that's the connect to anything that gets into
The guard, the warden.
Oh, and hey, crooked too.
If the system is either who team you on. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. So if you're gonna be in the game, you just gotta know what team you on,
That's
and then know who your opponents
You
are.
know your role and the whole nother.
That's one of the questions I forgot to ask you. I wanted to know how because we see TV shows and stuff, and none of that shit ain't real, but I wanted to know how do blacks really interact with each other when they get in that situation, and we pretty much have to interact with each other.
We deal with each other on the worst base.
On the worst day.
On the worst base.
What?
When I pull up to the unit, being black, and depending on my age bracket, if I'm 17, like when I was young, I could pull up to the unit right now and I pretty much be alright, because we older. You know what I'm saying? But when you young and you go to that type of environment, guess what? It's gonna be with what's up, homie? What you bang? You know what I'm saying? I don't care about your name, nigga. What you bang? Where you from?
Where you getting played.
You see what I'm saying?
Off top.
That's the role. It don't matter how much time you got. It don't matter how you feeling. It don't matter about none of that. But when the Mexican come in, guess what? Hey, homeboy, you got your hygiene? They make sure they straight. All they people. White boy come in, guess what? They making sure. Yeah, they gonna fight too, but they get that man. You here and nigga, we all here and we gonna get. But us?
We can't get unity right
No,
now.
no.
See?
Only time we want to unify is when.
So even in prison, we can't.
No,
What the
only
hell?
time we unify, bro,
Shit.
is when it's a race riot.
Yeah.
It's a race riot.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Say, homie,
Yeah.
look, my nigga, I know you blood, my nigga, and we over here, but we gotta come together. You want me to
That's
come
nice.
together right now when you just smash my homie head,
Yeah.
but you want me to come together
But
to fight these
What you
niggas?
gonna do? You can't side with them.
Straight
You
up,
ain't got
because
to-
you still black at the end of the day.
After this, we go back to hating each other.
You
No,
still black.
see, that's them choices. That's gonna be like, no, nigga, I ain't riding with that. Because that's the nigga that I want you gone too, partner. I'm happy. I'm happy. Glad somebody gonna bust your head because I couldn't do it. Thank you. You see what I'm saying? That's what we live at. That's prison. That's out here.
Yeah, it is.
Why am I gonna defend you when you just broke in my house, nigga? I don't care. I don't care that these white boys hanging you, nigga. I don't care. You would have done it to me if I wouldn't have woke up fast enough. Get out of here.
Wow. So even in prison, we still ain't got no unity.
Nah.
That hurts my heart, man, because I thought that was the one place
Nah.
we could look around and say, hey, I'm in this position, you in this position, we in here together, we
Nah.
got to take care of each other while we in here.
You gonna find people that you gonna lock up with, link up with, and that's gonna be the same way out here. You know what I'm saying? People don't give a damn. People don't care. People are nobody can care about you in survival. That's the thing. Like if you're ever in survival mode, there's no room for caring about people. It's only room to get out of survival mode. That's where we get that crab in the bucket mind state.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
One
It
get up,
ain't that.
and back down.
It ain't that. That's the mentality that all black people have. It's the mentality of the one trying to get out the water. They're just trying to survive.
Indeed.
You see what I'm saying? So when we look back and start not addressing people based on their age or their gender or their color, but start basing them on their mentality. Are you in a survival state? Are you in a thriving state? Can you build with other people? Yeah, I can build with other people because I got something I've already built too. You see what I mean? But if I haven't done that, I'm still in survival mode.
So I hear a lot of people say that prison was their university, as you just said. What do you feel like you took away? What is the most valuable lesson that you took away from prison, I should say?
Myself. Me. Who I am is my most valuable lesson. 'Cause
Learning about
I
you.
made me. Nobody made me. Every belief I have is because I choose to believe it. Every relationship I'm in, because I choose to have that relationship. That's the most valuable thing that I could have ever took from anything is to really understand myself.
So do you feel like being in that situation affected your relationships today?
No,
Not at all.
no, because whoever was gonna be there was gonna be there, and whoever was gonna fall off was gonna fall off anyway. You know what I'm saying? We would have fell off over something else. But everybody ain't meant to go with you in. Then you gotta understand that your mindset attracts different things. You know what I mean? Since the brain is electromagnetic, it's gonna attract different things. So if I got new knowledge on my brain, guess what? That means I'm pushing old things out, whether I like it or not. So I'm gonna attract new people. When I start coming home and putting businesses together, guess what? I start attracting business-minded people. But if I come home and just want to be in the street, guess what? I'm gonna attract street-type people.
So you learned how to tap into rock. That's what
Yeah.
you tell them. You
Correct.
learned how to address yourself
Correct.
and set yourself straight.
Correct. I'm my self-savior. I am the savior of me. I have found me. Now I can save myself. Therefore, if I can save myself, that means I have the ability to be able to help someone else.
Ah, that was a jewel right there.
Yeah.
I just put it in my group text with my brother and my daddy and them yesterday, right? There was this text going around, this post going around, and it was saying, put these in order. You, your kids, your spouse, and your mother. Now, the majority of us said exactly what he just said. We got to take care of us first to be able to take care of everybody else. What
Correct.
surprised me? Oh my God. You know how many women say a spouse was last? Oh my God, bro. I had to tell my daddy, look at this. Do you see this? Oh, all these women are saying spouse comes last.
Hey, good
The only difference in the men answer was some of us put ourselves last and some of us put ourselves first. And me and my brother is an example of that. My brother put himself last, but I put myself first because I told him, I was like, bro, I can't take care. Everybody else can't be straight if I'm not straight. You know what I'm saying? If I'm having a mental issue,
Starts with the head.
there's no way I can take care of my kids, my spouse, my mama if I'm screwed up. That's just the way that I think about it. You know what I'm
And then
saying?
when people put themselves last, oh, I get that too. But if you're not of sound mind, what can you do? Like he said, I got me now. Now I can actually have somebody else because I got me. You got people trying to help other motherfuckers and they fucked up themselves.
Straight up.
So then you end up fucked up too. You know what I'm saying?
Straight up.
Because they ain't got their shit together though. What do we always say? How we gonna fix us? We gotta clean up our own backyard first.
Correct.
First. We out here doing this, that, and no. Clean up your own backyard first, and then you can go help other people out.
Correct.
Straight up.
You know what I'm saying? Like what he just said, that's real though, bro. We always want to do extra shit, but you fucked up.
Yeah, and then when on that chart, you gonna get a lot of dudes gonna put mama first.
Yeah.
Mama ain't first, bruh.
Straight
You know what I'm
up.
saying? Mama is
We
mama.
raised to put our mama before anything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that mentality that you just said, that lose, that they put yourself last, that's a mentality, bro. That's a lose-win mentality. That means you got different mentalities. You got a win-win mentality. You got a win-lose mentality. You got a lose-lose mentality. You got a lose-win mentality. You got a deal or no deal mentality. Like that's the mentality you want to be on. Is we can both win. But if not, I'm walking away from it, no problem. You know what I'm saying? Putting yourself last is false humility with a lot of things. People say that, I didn't, you better, look, I'm passing out water, I'm gonna put my water up to the side first, and then I'm gonna pass out everybody else's. I'm not gonna pass out everybody else's, then I'm thirsty. You see what I'm saying?
I've done that.
Yeah, that's you see what I'm saying? Like I won't buy no kid nothing if I can't buy my own kid some shoes. You know what I'm saying? I don't do things for show. I do things in order.
Straight up. So we got 10 minutes left, Rod, and I just want you to first off tell us what are you doing now to help people to not end up in the situation you did, and also like what do you want the younger generation to know? What do they want? What do you want them to take from this conversation altogether?
I want them to take from this conversation. Stop talking to everybody. Stop thinking everybody your friend. Never freely give what should be earned. Love, loyalty, trust, and friendship. You know, that's simple. Stop giving away things that are important. Stop thinking just because y'all are around each other for this reason doesn't mean that y'all chose to be around each other. Like I had Cellies, and I didn't talk to this nigga none because I didn't choose to be in this cell with you, bro. So I don't have to talk to you. And that's how we gotta get. Like we gotta stop thinking that we're making other people uncomfortable because you're making people comfortable, but you're uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta learn to put self first and be real with self. Like I really just don't like being around y'all like that, so I'm gonna not be there. You know what I'm saying?
It's okay not to be accepted. I was one of those cats where growing up, I didn't give a damn about none of y'all liking me, bro. Like, I didn't hang out with dudes, none of that. It was me and my chick. You could ask anybody growing up. You saw Bledsoe, you saw him and his woman. That's how it always been. And that's how it is today. But anyway, Rod, what are you doing now to help the youth? What do you, because I see you online all the time, you educating, you got businesses going. Tell them about what you got going on.
Yeah, I got a youth program where we just started another one called Biz Kids, and what we're doing with that is teaching entrepreneurship. So we're gonna be able to teach the whole layout of the different structures of a company, the tax brackets the companies fall in, how to put yourself in a better position, how to take your hustle and make it a business. You know what I'm saying? So once you learn a business, then you can have a hustle. But you can't hustle thinking you're doing business. You see what I'm saying?
What I always tell you, I said school always taught you how to be a worker.
That's it.
They never taught you how to be a boss, be your owner, because what you get school loans to do what? To start your business, and they still got their fangs in you. They never teach you how to be your own boss.
Correct.
We need that more than anybody.
Yeah.
Is someone teaching us how to be our own boss. Because the first thing we do is looking for a job.
Correct.
Oh, well, I got a better job. I got a little $4 raise. It's like you keep that worker's mentality, that's going to be your whole life. just to retire and do this and then live off of that, to know that it's not enough, and you got to take your ass back to work.
Financial literacy.
You
That's
can't,
what we
but
lack.
he's giving you something that sets up generations.
Correct.
Straight up.
So we teaching them classes, but then also we teach them how to make their shirts and make their clothes.
Yes, sir.
Like we got that over there. Like Mimi right here. Mimi trains on that. She teach them how to make their shirts. Do it from the beginning to the end. That way, like how your son or daughter come home and have a box of candy and be like, I gotta sell these for the school, right? What you get from that? You don't get nothing from it, right? But when they selling these shirts, that the shirts they buying, they selling them for 25, they keeping 13.
That's right.
And then the company get 12. So if they sell 10 shirts, they made $130. That's their money. So now, and then they learn where to put their money at. They learn, okay, well, now they learning a vision. How I can put my vision together by creating a vision board. And then, not just a vision board, but an execution plan. And then a step-by-step to it. And then the older people that want to learn marketing and how can I really digitalize my marketing, that ain't my field. That's Ty right here. You see, you got Ty over here. That's what he does. He specializes in network marketing, social marketing, and all that stuff. Then we got my wife. She do the pictures at the photography stuff. So we all lock in with each other so we can all build with each other because there's no way to lose with stuff. And then you find people that's like-minded like you. Like I got another partner. He ain't here. Tabaris. He's a good face for everybody. Everybody like Tabaris. You know what I'm saying? Because he's that type of real person. And now it's like, boom, that's what he can do. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So we all use each other's strengths and play chess, not checkers.
That's that what I've been telling you about. We don't have no place where we can go get what we need from our people. That's what I like, man. I'm glad that you're doing that. Where can people reach you at? How can they find you? Oh, yeah, and tell them about your book, man. My son got it. I caught him reading it the other day, sitting on the couch. Tell him about
The
Big
book,
Homie.
You can still get the book at it's an ebook right now. You can get it on there at 720 thenewnorm.org. You can get it on there called Big Homie the Little Homie, shaping your perspective from the inside out. And I wrote that book like a letter because I used to hate reading growing up. But I used to read my mail though. You see what I mean? So I wrote it like a letter just for that particular cause. So therefore you can always get that book there. You can check out the community classes we got. Because all the stuff we talking about, the classes we need, the mentality to be adjusted to, guess what? It's available now. We said we ain't got no spot. Yeah, we do. We do got a spot. But no, I don't do black business. Just because you black, I do good business. You see what I'm saying? It's all about good business because a lot of black people think, you got to do business with me because I'm black, but your customer service suck. Your product sucks.
Straight up.
You see what I'm saying? I don't care about none of that shit. I go spend my money with the same people I've been spending my money with. Or better yet, I'm making my damn self. You see what I'm saying? So with me, we not just about ourselves. It's about, okay, you got clothes on. You make clothes? Bet. Y'all don't know how to make them. Y'all want to learn how to make them? Come over here. Rent some time out. The way people rent out studio time, guess what? You can rent out some time to make your clothes. Use my equipment. Take care of it. All you got to do is bring your products. You keep that. See, people don't want to learn how to be a boss because they've been told they bossing already. You ain't bossing. You ain't bossing. When you just got a secure job. That job is giving you that. That doesn't mean you're a critical thinker. You know what I'm saying? You're just a critical player for this company. But if this company fails, guess what? Boom.
You back to square one.
And you out of there.
Gone.
You keeping somebody else's dream alive every day.
And you afraid to chase yours.
And you're expendable.
Correct.
So you'll forever be a dream supporter of somebody else.
Correct.
Your own.
I heard something once, and it's so true, man. It said, people don't hire you for you to get rich. They hire you for you to make them richer. That's why people hire you.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is. But anyways, tell them about your Instagrams and Facebook, any other social media you got before we get
You can find on Facebook at Raheem, RHHIMM, same thing twice. On my Instagram is Rod720_manifest. Or you can just look it up on the website, 720thenewnorm.org. You can also see that right there. Also, I just opened up an investment group. It's called Together We Can Community Investment Program. And it's a surefire, zero-risk investment that you can see how your money affects the community versus just getting into a gamble. We don't gamble, we invest.
Straight up. Well, I want to thank you, Rod, man. It's been real, as always, brother.
No doubt.
Thank you for that knowledge. And I'm going to have you back again for something else, brother.
Man, bring him back every week.
For sure.
Because we always have good ass topics, bro.
Yeah.
Always. And it just be me and him.
Yeah.
We need some help.
I can dig it. I can dig it. Well, that's it for us, DFWRW, our radio family. Thank you for joining us. And come back again in 2 more weeks. We're going to talk about black mental health.
Here we go.
There's always that one
Why is it, y'all?
always have your heart.
Sit up here reaching for my phone and it's right here. Really?
From the start.